energy for its potential audience. It can be a celebratory event when the test audience laughs and cheers and applauds and scores it through the roof. When that happens, of course, everyone involved is happy and buku marketing bucks start flowing. Other times, the audience fidgets. There are awkward silences. There is unintended laughter, and the test scores come in looking pretty grim. This is when Kevin is truly the most important talent of them all. Where was the audience confused, bored, distracted, or out of the narrative flow of the movie? And why did all those people leave early, before the movie was even over? Understanding what's working, what isn't, what's holding back all or part of that audience sitting out there in the dark is an art form in and of itself. In that respect, Kevin is Picasso. Some of Kevin's talent lies in analyzing the data, but even studio executives like me could figure most of that out. Looking behind the numbers and interpreting the audience's message is another aspect of Kevin's brilliance. And there's more. The focus groups that are held after the screenings, which is when a smaller subset of moviegoers selected from the entire audience provide top-of-mind impressions about what they just saw. Managing the dynamic of that group, putting them at ease, drilling into their insights, filtering out their occasionally wacky, insane digressions are all part of his unequaled skills. And then there's the most important job of all, which is actually making the changes the film needs. Filmmakers, particularly directors, have spent many months, often years, making the film that is about to emerge into the world. They've toiled for endless hours to capture a certain scene, or write a character arc, or shoot that massive sequence or set piece. So it's often very painful for them to edit out what they've worked so hard to make, no matter what the test audience, the studio, or anyone else says. That is the case even when they're convinced it truly takes 4 hours to tell their story. I once held a preview of a film by a very big director. As we walked out of the screening, he asked, "Well, what did you think?" You know what? It doesn't matter what I think. It actually doesn't matter what you think. It only matters what they think, I said as I gestured back to the crowd filling out the surveys in the theater. He was a little shocked, but he knew I was right. Kevin is the way we find the answer to that important question, what did you think? The first thing Kevin says when he welcomes an audience to a test screening is, "Look, I don't have anything to do with the making of this film, so feel free to be honest. It won't hurt my feelings." His ability to bring that objective insight and his enormous credibility as a preview maven serves to help convince even the most reluctant filmmakers when and how they need to make changes. The Oscar-winning director of The Revenant, Alejandro Iñárritu, once said, "To make a film is easy. To make a good film is war. To make a great film is a miracle." Well, in that process, Kevin is a miracle worker. Thanks to Kevin, many good films have found their way to becoming great films, and many great movies have found the best path to their audience. Some not-so-great movies got better, and others, well, maybe we had to admit they weren't such a great idea after all, and even the brilliance of Kevin Goetz couldn't save them. Kevin and I have had a lot of adventures together over the years. He and his company Screen Engine were intimately involved in the testing and fine-tuning of A Quiet Place, Mission Impossible Fallout, Rocket Man, Sonic the Hedgehog, to name a few, during the years I served as chairman and CEO of Paramount Pictures. Our collaboration goes back decades, however, and during my tenure as chairman of Fox Filmed Entertainment, Kevin conducted research on nearly all our movies, including Titanic, Planet of the Apes, Ice Age, Night at the Museum, Avatar, Kingsman, The Secret Service, The Martian, and Deadpool. Over the many years we worked together in finishing movies, Kevin was always an enormously helpful partner in the process for both the studio
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.